We're in today with two GTX 275 in SLI. This is a 2009 video card with 240 shaders. It's got 896 megabytes of VRAM GDDR3 running at 633 megahertz on the core clock, 1134 megahertz on the memory clock, 448 bits bus width, DirectX 10, and today we're gonna pair it up with this i7 4th gen with 4 cores and 8 threads. The best thing we can do for this SLI kit is just jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Alright, let's start with Battlefield and see how it's running on 1080p. I put low details because there's a lot of buffer for this game, and in order to make it work perfectly, I have to start with low details. Now, if I start with low details, you're gonna see I got like over 100 FPS. I got 840 megabytes of VRAM allocated from this SLI, and around nearly 500 megabytes utilized. Core is loaded 64 degrees in this occasion with this video card with the setup. Not bad considering what video cards I have here. I think this is an awesome performance from this, and I think the best thing I can do is just see how it's working with low details. The fans are ramping up in some cases in order to deliver this, but most of the time you can see that the SLI is doing a fantastic job. Memory usage is good, core load is good, temperature wise is good. I got like 65 on average in this situation in order to deliver the FPS. I like it. I like this performance this video card is offering here. Can't say nothing bad about it because it does the job. It's utilizing the core on the video card. It's utilizing the video card perfectly. SLI is good. Scaling is good with this. And in this situation, you can see that, yeah, can't say nothing bad about it. Hundreds of FPS. I want to keep it like this with low details on SLI because you can actually see that in some cases it's not quite okay. Minimal is 31, you know, so I had to put it from 633 to 630 on the frequency to just make it a little more stable. I think it helped. I had a couple of problems on the starting the SLI, like errors and crashing and stuff like that. Well, maybe it's that problem with the SLI, you know. So lowering 3 hertz on the frequency, I thought it will help in this case. Does it run Crysis on 1080p with medium details? This is a very good question because the memory available for this video card, for this SLI, it's allocating 886 megabytes of VRAM, 324 utilized here. It's giving me 130 FPS on average. That means the video card is actually doing a fantastic job. I got like 85% load on both of the cores with 80% fan power in order to maintain 66 degrees on this SLI kit. So I got over 400 watts, more nearly to 420 watts. That means the system is consuming a lot of power in order to deliver this. There is a lot of room here for improving, but because I'm on 97% load on the video card, I think that if I go on high details, there will be a chance that I will lose that 100 FPS privilege. But let's try it. Exactly like I said, you know, if you go on high details as a preset, you're gonna be under 100 FPS. But it's gonna utilize nearly to 500 megabytes of VRAM. In this case, it's allocating 549 megabytes of VRAM and using only 400. Very interesting, seriously. On medium details, it was totally different. But in this case, you can actually see you get to utilize the video card at maximum. It looks fantastic. It's gorgeous, you know, the quality here with Crysis, but this is the only downside that you will have. You're gonna trade the FPS for the quality. So I think for me it will have been medium details, but on high details as a preset you can see that it still hovers over 60 FPS and it does give me that performance. It's good to see how this video card, this SLI setup is working, but now I got like nearly 430 watts consumption. It did manage to put a dent in the performance, and even the 1% low, look at that, 49 FPS. Not okay. If I can maintain 1% low over 60 FPS, I will take that all day because it offers me a very fluent experience in the game. In this situation, temperature wise, 70 degrees, it's getting hot, you know, that video card in the middle, and yeah, even with nearly maximum fan speed, it still doesn't hold it pretty well. So all in all, yeah, don't put high details. Another game that is working really nice with SLI it's Dragon Age on 1080p with medium details, because there's a lot of spikes here, and the game does offer me DirectX 9 and DirectX 11 option, but 10 it's in between. I think this is the best thing I can do for the setup. There's medium details, anti-aliasing it's on 2x, and I got a couple of stutters here and there, but the performance wise it's actually good, you know. You can actually see 5 FPS on 1% because of those spikes, but on the average FPS you can see it's 51, and that is the good side of this combination. Really 410 watts consumption from this. Quality is good, the scaling is good, everything is good with this, and there's no problem on utilizing a video card setup like this. On the load on the GPU, you can see that is very intermittent, you know. Sometimes it's maximum loaded, sometimes it's 40% load on the video cards, and it keeps the video card around 60-65 degrees. That's actually good, you know. It's you don't need to push this setup sometimes at maximum. If it can run really nice on medium details and offer you the performance, maybe VSync or limit FPS, you're going to be on the good side. But in Dragon Age, you can actually see on medium details 1080p, anti-aliasing on 2x is doing a fantastic job. I can try to max it out, but you'll have stutter, you'll have less than 100 FPS, and you can clearly see where I'm going with this, because yeah, it's gonna be a very unplayable and not good experience in the game. But at this stage with this SLI, fantastic. It looks and it runs fantastic. This is an insane game, you know. If this game and Fallout had a game, it would have been called Cyberpunk. It looks very similar with Cyberpunk, you know, like the mods and killing and stuff like that, like the effects that you have in Cyberpunk. And if it was combined with NPCs, walk around the city, make like in Fallout, I think it would have been similar with Cyberpunk. Seriously, the effects, the performance, it's quite awesome, and it's running with SLI. Look at this, maximum load on the core, allocated 400, nearly 500 megabytes of VRAM, 327 use. It's averaging really nice. Let me see if I can actually put a good average. You got effects like in Cyberpunk, upgrades, quality wise is nearly the same. Seriously, if I look at this game and I go in Cyberpunk, you'll be like, man, this looks so familiar, seriously. And the performance is spot on with this. 24% load on the CPU, 50-55 degrees on the CPU. Using the CPU too, 32 watts consumption from the CPU. It's doing a fantastic job on utilizing the resource from the computer. 420 watts, averaging really nice, 160 FPS on average. Not bad considering what system I have and what SLI. I love this combination this SLI is offering here. See if we can blow it up. Does it lower the FPS? Let's use the shotgun instead of this one. Not too much. Definitely on the right side with this game in this SLI combination. 91 FPS in this game with this video card and at this performance, I would say this is actually adequate. Look at this. Oh yeah, definitely the right game to play on a setup like this. 91, 40% load only on the video card. Not bad considering what GPUs I have. SLI is doing the job. Scaling is very good. Barely reaching 50% load on the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but you can actually see that the performance is spot on with this. Temperature wise is good. 70% load on the fan speed. Look at this. What a nice performance. Because the game is limited to 90 FPS. You know, the VRAM utilization is not high. Only 473 allocated and 300 utilized. This is a great setup, you know. It's meant for this. And you can actually see the performance is spot on with this game. The video card is doing the job. SLI, it's an overkill in this case because I think the game can run on a video card like this, standalone. If the game is running really nice with one video card, imagine having two of them in SLI. It's even better because thermal wise is gonna distress the video card, you know. It doesn't have to work that hard, and when it comes to the temperature side, it's gonna work really nice. On the system side, you can actually see that CPU doesn't have any problems. 15-20% load on the CPU side with this game. It's kind of good, you know. It's not utilizing this CPU, but at the same time, I'm grateful that I have a video card like this. This GPU can do the job alone, yet alone in SLI. Look at this. I mean, what do you want more from an old video card like this? Good Call of Duty game, quality is bang on with this, you know, you're utilizing the video card properly. So yeah, I like it. I think this setup is made for games like this, you know, maximum details, 1080p, full dynamic light, everything is turned here, and you can actually see the setup is using this properly. I got nearly 400 watts consumption, 100 FPS on average, you know, it's kind of good, 69 FPS on 1% lows, it's nice. I got nearly maximum load on the video card's core and under 60 degrees with 75% fan power. This is the right way to utilize this SLI kit. It's doing a fantastic job. 600 megabytes of VRAM allocated and only 470 utilized. It's giving this game exactly what it needs, you know. On the system side, I got like nearly 20% load on the CPU side with nearly 30 watts consumption. The quality on this game, it's spot on with this. There's no problem on scaling. There's no bugs. There's nothing, you know. 275 is a very powerful video card standalone, but if you put two together, you can actually see that you can achieve some really nice performance here. It's exactly what I need from a video card like this in SLI with a game like this. System, it's offering exactly what it needs, and the game, it's spot on with the quality and the performance. I like it. I like the performance this video card, this SLI setup it's offering here. I remember I came in this position with this video card and I said, oh man, this video card doesn't have physics and it's lagging. It needs a secondary physics dedicated co-op processor or another video card that allows this game to run with physics. And I was like, oh, that's why I got like 40 FPS on average. Now that I got 275 in SLI, one of them is good for physics and the second one is going to offer me the performance, and it does. Look at this. So one is 30% loaded and the first one is 70. I mean, this is the reason why I lagged in the first place, you know. It's taking the second video card in such a way that offers me maximum performance with physics. This 55, I actually thought, yeah, 47 on 1% low. Interesting, but it does offer me 60 FPS on average, so there is no problem. I got like 600 megabytes of VRAM utilized, 625 allocated. Maximum load on the first video card, and the second video card is around 40-50% load. It's very interesting how this game is utilizing two video cards. Seriously, I'm not gonna say nothing bad about it because it's nice quality, 720p, maximum details. There is some spikes here, but it doesn't influence the performance and the quality. It's one of those situations in which I would really like to continue playing because it does the job exactly like I want it. Look at this. The quality is spot on with this, and I like it. So in this situation with this video card, I will say it's one of the kind, you know, 275 in SLI with one of them dedicated for physics, and the second one, it's, yeah, I mean, both of them, they are doing a fantastic job, utilizing nearly 300 watts consumption. So yeah, I think that if I want to play the game, this will be a very ideal setup. And I think I can maybe go 900p with maximum details or adjust the quality in such a way so I can lift the resolution up to 1080p. But in this case, 720p looks okay, or 900p with maybe not maximum to high details as a preset. The right game needs to be something like Fallout in order to get the best performance from this system. You can actually see that on 1080p with maximum details, you're gonna get the right performance from an SLI kit like this. It's not gonna stress the video card. I got like 50-60% load on this occasion with 70% fan power in order to deliver this thermal, you know, like 50-60 degrees. If it's keeping the video card there, then everything is spot on with this. 320 watts consumption, 500 megabytes of allocated, 500 used. So in this range of performance, I will say it's very adequate. The quality, it's there. There are some spikes here and there, you know, whenever you're looking outside. Oh yeah, definitely. Why is that? Never seen those spikes before. Let's see again. Yep. When I'm looking at the map, when I'm looking at the wasteland in the city here, it doesn't have any problem. Outside, yo, that's it. I think view distance is helping in this case, you know, the stutter. But 320 watts is good, you know, 60 FPS because it's locked, and 53 on average. I got because of that stutter 1 FPS on low. Not okay, you know, it's ruining my beautiful average FPS here with this, because I wanted to make this setup shine here. This situation, all I can say, this setup with this, it's fantastic and very efficient in this game. I think that if you already have a video card like this and you say, you know what I can do with the 275, you know, the mainboard supports SLI and Crossfire, you can actually get one very cheap and put it in SLI if you can have the opportunity. You know, the only why I'm saying if you have the opportunity, I mean SLI compatible mainboard. If you have that, it's worth it because they are very cheap, you know, and it will offer you a very different type of experience. 275 in SLI. I like the video card, and the moment I bought this second video card, the only thing I was thinking to see if I can put them in SLI. 275 in SLI. Very great, very interesting performance, very unique SLI combination, you know, because one is from Asus and the other one is from Gainward. I mean, come on, you know. I put like both of the video cards on 630. You can actually see the Gainward has nearly 650 megahertz on the core clock, and on the memory nearly 1185 on the frequency, and 1130 now on both of them. I think it's better to downclock both of them in order to have a good performance and scalability. You know, if you try to force the other one to reach that frequency, it's gonna have problems. You're gonna crack the video card. I like this combination. I like everything about this because it shows me that if you make the right settings, you can have a lot of fun. And there's no problem on utilizing 275 in SLI. I like it. I recommend it, and if you have any suggestion for this system or for this SLI combination, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.